A 10-inch Android tablet for 150 bucks? Let's check this one out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the DragonTouch Max10 10.1-inch tablet, and it's pretty darn nice. It's running Android 9, so as you would expect, you can get all that Android goodness, and it's really kind of like using a phone just with a really big screen. And it's a 10.1-inch display running at 1920 by 1200, so it's a bit better than 1080 HD, and it's a pretty clean picture. So let me go to the gallery, and I'll just show you a quick photo here. And you can see it actually takes nice photos too. I'll come back to that in a second, but it's a nice big bright screen and perfectly functional, certainly for the younger members of your audience or your family. Dual speakers, though they are just down at the bottom, so it's not great sound, but it's functional. 32 gig of memory, you can get it in 2 gigabytes of RAM or 3 gigabytes version. The difference is really minuscule, so I'd recommend the larger one. And you can put up to 128 gig micro SD card in here too to get more storage. That's helpful. So it is a 1.6 gigahertz octa-core processor, and it's not lightning fast, but you know, depending on what you're doing, how fast does your actual tablet need to be, right? If you want to just like launch your Kindle app or something, you can see things launch reasonably quickly, and it's, you know, maybe not as fast as the new top-end Samsung tablet, but it's also vastly less expensive. Features a 5,000 milliamp hour battery that'll give you about 10 hours of use when you were not actually, let me go back here, gives you about 10 hours of use depending on what you're doing with it. It's running Android 9 Pie, so not Android 10, not the very latest, but still a nice modern version of Android with a lot of good features, including night mode. So that gives you the ability to have less blue on the screen automatically, so as it gets dark out, the tablet doesn't mess with your sleep cycle. So that's actually pretty handy. Easy to turn on in settings. Features 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi support. So that means that you can use either of the modern Wi-Fi systems, though it does not include Wi-Fi 6, but if you're running Wi-Fi 6, then you probably are getting one of those $600 tablets because it's really cutting edge. Let's see, let me give you a quick tour of the edges. So on the top is the charging port. It is USB-C. Good job, USB-C. Such a non-fan of micro USB. On the left side, nothing. On the right side, the classic Android buttons of power and volume up, volume down. And on the bottom are the two speakers, as I said, the cutouts for them. And camera-wise, it has a forward-facing and rear-facing camera. And I thought, let's try some pictures. So here is a selfie. And so that's the forward-facing camera, the one that you would use if you wanted to do a video chat, for example. And you can run Skype and Zoom and all of those other applications right on this tablet. So it's great for grandma, right? And then on the rear-facing camera, you get a little better resolution. That's an 8 megapixel. Here's an example photo, and it's pretty crisp. And I thought, all right, well, let's see what it's like with a video. So here it is, the trash man emptying my trash can. So it is nonetheless a good video example, and you can see it's clean and crisp. And this was at high noon, so the lighting was pretty worst case scenario. So one of the other things that DragonTouch does that's really great is they don't include all this junk software on here. This is really all you have, and you know, that's it. That's all the apps. So there's no ads, no bloatware, no folder full of random junk that you have to delete. So really props to them for that. And it includes access to the entire Google suite. So do not worry that somehow you're going to end up getting a tablet from China that actually can't play in the Google App Store or anything, right? That's a different manufacturer. That's not these guys. So you can go here, you can go into the Play Store, everything will work just as you would hope as it would from, honestly, an American manufacturer. Although, are there any American Android tablet manufacturers? So, be that as it may, this is not about politics, this is about technology. So, this is the DragonTouch Max10 tablet, and I'm pretty impressed. This is a really solid option if you want just an entry-level tablet, or you want something that's really low cost, still gives you a nice big screen. You can watch movies on this from Netflix. You can certainly read books on your Kindle. You know, this could be a really great way if you have students that are suddenly finding themselves actually doing everything online. This could let them look at texts or textbooks or read their textbook while on their computer they're actually doing like a live video chat with the rest of their class. So lots of use cases. This is really great for the younger set, though it is not particularly ruggedized. There's nothing particularly tough about it in terms of it being ready to handle your 3-year-old tossing it around. Probably not recommended for that. In terms of a case, you're going to end up having to get a generic case because they don't have their own case line, though the edges are a little bit sort of rough edge, so it gives you a nice grip. So it doesn't feel like it's going to slip or anything, which is nice. And so then the only thing left to talk about, what are we even looking at here? Oops, well, we're looking at nothing. So it obviously has the standard standard Android security. So if I do that, then I have to enter my PIN. Give me a second, I will enter my PIN. And so there we go. So now it's unlocked. So the only thing left to talk about is the price. But before I get to the price, let me ask if you can subscribe to my channel. I'm going to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Let me phrase that differently. Really appreciate when you can do that, and it helps us stay in touch, and I get access to a ton of technology, and I'm a straight shooter. I will tell you the good, the bad, the reality of every device that I get my hands on, so you can make your own smart purchase decisions. And that's what this is about, right? So, thank you for subscribing. This is the DragonTouch Max10 tablet, and it is $159.99 at its higher end configuration. You can check all of it out and look at the options at DragonTouch.com. They're also available on Amazon.com, but as of right now, they were out of stock, so you'd have to go to DragonTouch.com. The good news is free shipping. Woo! So I think we're all kind of getting used to that anyway, but definitely an option, definitely something to look at. It's not going to win any performance awards, and it's definitely a bit thick and heavy for its size, but the price tag is pretty hard to beat for a 10-inch HD tablet. So, one worth checking out. And with that, I'll catch you in my next video.